Hello YouTube, Mimi's Life here, and happy Pride Month! It has been Pride Month for 21 days, and it is also my girlfriend's birthday, so I figured that today would be a good day to do a video about my girlfriend. So, she's not here with me right now, because she's doing stuff. She is very busy, like most adults are. But yeah, I just figured that this would be a good time to do it. So, I have a new girlfriend. I have been dating her since September of 2017. So I met her last year over the summer. We actually started out by just texting each other, and we had met through a mutual friend, and they were actually dating this friend of mine, and when they broke up, my friend gave me her number. So I'd asked if it was okay if I talked to her, because obviously I'm not gonna be a jerk, and I got the okay. So anyway, I started talking to her, and we got to a talking everyday basis, I really want to meet you and all of that. And this is one of those times where I used to be very sketched out by not meeting someone before talking to them romantically, but I think for this particular case it worked out way better than I could have ever imagined. So we started talking, and we talked about wanting to date and stuff, and we had both come to the mutual agreement that we did not want to ask each other out until we met in person. So September 9th rolls around, and I finally get her to come up to Keene, which is where I go to school. And we had a great day. We went on a date at this little cafe in the city, and it was amazing. She was adorable. I felt really bad though, because I was making her walk around, and she had just gotten foot surgery because she is a ballerina. So she used to do point ballet, so her feet, yeah, she had to get foot surgery to fix her feet, and so she was walking around with me with her boot. I felt really bad, but she was still adorable. She had brought me flowers, and it was so nice. I had never been so happy in my life to see someone or meet someone for the first time, and it was great. I don't think I have a photo of our first, I do have a photo somewhere. It's actually black and white, but I do actually have my photo wall, and I have a ton of pictures of her, and yeah. So that went really well, and we both got so nervous to ask each other out when we met that we didn't. So I texted her later that day when she left, and I had asked her, oh my gosh, I told her we totally forgot to, ask each other out, and then we both confessed that we were way too nervous to do that. So we just kind of mutually agreed that since that first date that we were officially, dating. So I had our picture from our first meeting. I used to have a little, slipcase thing with my ID in it, and I also put our picture in there, and so my mom came up one time, and she saw the picture, and she goes, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "This is my new girlfriend." And my mom was like, "Oh my god, she's so pretty." And I was like, "I know. My girlfriend is absolutely gorgeous. I love her to pieces." But yeah, so I met her, and I've been super happy since. This is the longest relationship I have been in, and it is great. I don't know if I've mentioned this in previous videos, but so after September rolled around and Christmas came, so before I get to my thing I didn't mention, Christmas rolled around, and it was kind of difficult because she lives in another state, not too far away, an hour away from me, but at the time I didn't have a car, and she didn't have her license. So it was kind of crazy. We had a hard time then, but nothing between us was wrong. It was just difficult. Her grandmother had to drive to come get me a lot. But so Christmas rolled around, and she remembered something that I mentioned on our first date, which had been, I believe, 4 months previous, and she remembered that I really wanted a record player. So, lo and behold, for Christmas, she bought me a record player and a record of one of my favorite band's albums. So, I still have that over there. It's great. It makes me very happy. I actually started crying. Oh god. But yeah, and so I ended up giving her a flannel, one of my old flannels that she now calls her girlfriend flannel. I now have a girlfriend flannel. Yeah. it was good, and I was super excited because I'm a very broke person. I don't have a ton of money. But so I was super excited because she really liked my gift, and it said it was like one of the best gifts she had gotten, so it made me feel really good. And before Christmas, this was also a really big like tell to my family that like she was really good for me. I had a really hard time with my mental issues, my psychological issues in October, and that was when Becca and I had first started dating. So I ended up having to have a friend take me to the hospital because I was having a really hard time with my depression, and I ended up having to go inpatient. Now, for those of you who don't know what like going inpatient means, it means that I am basically brought to an institution, and I have to go to all sorts of programs and stuff, and they take away your phone and basically like most contact to the outside world. You can't really use the internet. You can get phone calls, and visitors are very limited. So that was a really tough time for me, and at that time initially we just found out that my grandmother had been keeping a secret from us. Like my dad had to tell me when I was in the ER that my grandmother had cancer, and that really sucked. So it made that experience really difficult. But the best part about like my current relationship with Becca is that when I got out, I turned on my phone and got a really long text from her talking about how proud of me she was and how much she still cared even though I was like having a rough time. And that to me was like really important because my past relationships have been somewhat negligent of my mental health issues, so it was really important to me that she like understood. And so that was like really important. So skip back to Christmas, skip back over Christmas, we get to Valentine's Day. Now this is the thing I don't think I've mentioned it before. I hated Valentine's Day with a burning passion. It was just a very difficult holiday for me, because I just didn't see the point in showing more affection and being smothered one day a year when you can give one person all the affection that you can every day of the year. But lo and behold, I kind of realized it was because I just wasn't with the right person. I went over to her house on Valentine's Day. I stayed the night like I usually do. And she got me this super cute card, and like we've been dating for 9 months, and at this point like it's crazy, but like she got me this really cute card, and it says, "Someone like you happens once in a lifetime. I'm so glad you happened in mine." And it's just like I cried when I got this card because this was the first card that like really meant something, I think, and for me that was like really important. Plus like this card is really cute, and both the birds are pink and we're gay, so it's great. So time goes on, and we finally decide, like we've like finally started dating. Like you may be noticing I'm wearing a ring on my left finger. We are not engaged. Sorry. We're not engaged. We just both wanted to have like promise rings because we are that kind of people. Like that's just how we work. We figured out a lot about each other, and she's taught me a lot about myself. For instance, because of her, I've finally found a religion that I kind of fit with, which is great. And I've also found my like respective gender, which doesn't mean anything for anybody watching. It's not awful. It's not like you have to change your gender pronouns. I identify as a demigirl, which means that I am still okay with my she, her, hers pronouns, but there are some days where I do not feel like a female, which is almost like not being fully transgender. Like, I like my body, but there are some days where I'm just like, nope, I'm not wearing a dress. No, not gonna do it. And so, like, I felt so much more comfortable about that, knowing that, like, in my own mind, I don't have to stick to the feminine, like, formats. Like, I don't always wear makeup. I am not wearing makeup right now. I have a very boyish cut, and I just, like, yeah. So, time has gone on, and it's been 9 months, and so she met my mom around Christmas time, and I got my mom's stamp of approval, but then was the big dad stamp of approval. My dad is, like, my best friend, and it was really important that she got to meet him. Now, I'm not going to expose too much, but my girlfriend has had a rough time with her father, and he's not in the picture for very good reasons. So, I really wanted her to meet my dad because I speak very highly of him, and like as I have always noticed, like it is really difficult to dislike my dad. My dad is a great guy. He's really understanding, and so it was really important that she got to meet him and my stepmom. So finally I started talking to my dad this month about like her meeting him because he wanted to meet her as well, because I talk about her like all the time. There's not a single day where I don't talk about my girlfriend. And so I was talking to him, and we were supposed to go over to his house on the 9th or the 10th. I ended up getting scheduled to work those days, so we didn't do it then. And then my dad suggested the 17th, which for those of you who do not remember, the 17th was Father's Day. So for me, that was even better because I don't believe that Becca's had a decent Father's Day within memory. And to me, like, it's really important that she met my dad, and I was really happy that we got to do it on Father's Day. So I went to go pick her up in Mass, and we got my dad his favorite candy. We got him this really cute card, and we got him and my stepmom some flowers for the house. So we did that, and like we hung out all day, and I was super excited because like it went so well. I'm still the awkward little that I have always been, but it was really nice. And later on, after I get home from dropping Becca back off at her house, I get a text from my dad, and it was his little like stamp of approval. So I was in a very good mood, and it was absolutely great. Because the past few relationships that I've been in have been with guys, and if any of you guys are watching, I am hoping I'm not going to offend any of you, but like, they just did not go well. I felt very uncomfortable in them, and even my best friend admitted, like, when I started dating my last boyfriend, she's like, she felt very uncomfortable because she knew that I was supposed to be with a girl. She did not have the heart to tell me, and I kind of wish I had seen it because I could have found Becca so much earlier. And I've had girlfriends before, and they were really nice, but it just didn't work out. And like, I totally get that, but like with Becca, it's been like so different, and like it's just been so great because she knows what my issues are and she knows how to handle them. It's just been so great, and like I text her every morning, and it's just great. And I kind of wanted to show you guys my little picture wall because I have pictures of her on it, and they're very important to me. So this is my girlfriend. She is very cute. This is a poem that she wrote for me that I had traced off of Word in like really nice font and put stuff around it. And then like this picture is us meeting our favorite poet with her friend Trisha, because he came to my college. And then like this picture was from more recently. That was when we went on a hike with her dog. And like it's just been like a great relationship for me. She's been like super supportive, and like I could not ask for a better girlfriend. I am literally like so lucky to have her, and like I miss her a lot right now. Like I mean I saw her last week. Like I literally saw her on Sunday, but like that's kind of the point that we're at, and like it's just like it's so nice to like have someone that like just loves you as much as you love them. And I'm getting teary-eyed. She just like, there have been times where when I was with her I would start crying because I love her so much, and like right now I'm like literally getting teary-eyed. I'm gonna sit back down and put the camera back where it was. And like she's been such a big like influence on my life in such a positive way, and it, as dumb as it sounds, in the fact that we've only been dating for less than a year, like 9 months, is crazy, because we've gotten so close and it feels like we've known each other for years, but we really haven't. And like I can't even get the words out anymore. I love her so much, and like if I was in the position to afford a ring, I would marry her right now if I could. I just like, oh god. I am absolutely in love with this girl, and I don't know what to do sometimes. Yeah, as you can tell, I've kind of just like tapered off. I'm trying so hard not to cry right now. I just like, the way that I feel for her is just like so crazy and hard to grasp, and like I just, God, yeah, I really love her. She means the world to me, and yeah. So, you guys kind of heard that story. I'll probably do more videos about her in the future. I figured that today I wasn't doing anything, and it's her birthday, and I wasn't able to, like, I'm not allowed to get to see her today because she's busy, but, like, I figured I'd do this video because, like, it's Pride Month and her birthday, and it's just kind of, like, the perfect day to do it. Yeah, so this has been my little, like, Pride Month video. I'm still trying not to cry. But yeah, so like, subscribe, favorite, do whatever the heck you need to do, and I will see you guys later. Bye!